What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SliceGod LilNoah back with another video. I told y'all I'm back. I got my boy Lazo on the chair. Today he getting a hot taper. To start this taper off, we come with that ball guideline as always, but this only when you're doing skin phase though. As you can see, I'm adding a curve to this guideline to get this blend or burst type of vibe. Now we're going in with the lever open on my magic clips. I'm setting in my guideline as neat as possible. Then I'm gonna work my way down, closing that lever little by little. I done went through each notch in this guideline. Now I'm just doing a little detail work before I move on to the next guideline. Now we're moving on to the number 1 guard with the lever open, which is the 3rd guideline. We're doing the same thing we just did with the 2nd guideline, working our way down until we fully close at the bottom of this guideline. Not no other guideline, this one in particular. Only reason why I switched clippers is because this one already had the number 1 guard on it, but they both magic clips, which is the same clipper. One is just metal and one is plastic. Because of my client's tight coily hair texture, I'm skipping the number 2 guard. He really trying to go for that freeform look. So I got my 1.5 guard open, then closed, trying to smooth out this area. Then I'm gonna go against the grain, trying to break up some of these dark spots that's going into this book. I usually use no guards on this client, like I said, because his hair texture is easier and quicker for me to finesse with no guards. Like after blending out this 2nd guideline with the lever open, everything on up from there is basically me just breaking up tight, coily, clumped up hair together until it transition into a blend. But since we're not doing it, because I'm trying to show you guys the process of using guards with this type of hair texture, you gotta keep combing to tame that hair so it can properly feed into the guard. I'm using the tiger claw method, still trying to tame this hair, down there trying to force it to lay down. Now I'm gonna go against the grain to take out the last faint line, and from here on out, it's just finessing at its finest, manipulating this blend as best as I possibly can to get what I want. In a moment, I'm gonna show y'all how to take care of that dark ridge area at the top of this blend so it won't look so disconnected. In this shot, you can really see how disconnected it looks, so we finna take care of it right now as I speak. I'm thinning out that area right under that book. This helps connect it, because at first it was just blend, then hair. Now we're working on it to be blended hair. The smallest things can make or break the haircut, so make sure y'all take that into consideration. As far as the back taper goes, it's the same exact step, so I'm just let y'all watch it and fully concentrate, and I'm gonna get back with y'all when it's time for the lineup. I like to use holding spray to start off the neck edge up to stiffen up those hairs and make sure they don't move from the vibration of the trimmer. Then I bring those hairs down with the brush. I also use the blow dry, but I guess I cut it out. But now I'm gonna go in with my Mike Tyson boys. I'm gonna keep this line out as far as possible while still getting it crispy as I possibly can. I'm combing them hairs as I go. I treat this neck edge up just like the front edge up. I want it just as sliced. Right now I'm combing at the front edge up, trying to see what I'm working with before I go in with this tiger claw method. I usually use the guard with taking down his front edge up, but he got a swirl in the front of his edge up and it grow in all type of directions. So I'm using the tiger claw method with precaution to get those hairs to lay forward. Vertical bars on both sides first. That's how I always start off, because it's like a bridge. You start with the poles and then you lay the flat top on the front. There's no way you can mess up. Well, yes it is, but it's more or less of a chance, especially if you can visualize good. Like I said, now that we got them poles solidified, it's time for us to make this bridge on top. We start in the middle, work our way to one side, make sure this side fully solidified, crispy as possible. You know how I do it. Now we finna solidify this side before we enhance the cut. Now with the enhancements, I like to focus on one section at a time, so I won't overspray or underspray. Having to do a lot of going back and forth, down there gotta take some shit off, all that type of shit. So to avoid that, I deal with one section at a time, and I work my way into the middle of the hairline, and then I'll deal with the vertical bar area and the curve if you have one. In this case, we don't have a curve, so we're just gonna deal with the vertical bar area and make sure it blends into that fade. As you can see, the edge up is the exact same naturally, just enhanced. Hold and spray the locked those fibers in. I usually always go with 2 coats. But after we blow dry, we finna go back in with the Mike Tyson boards to re-crispify this edge up, take it to the next level. Get that nice white thin edge line as I always do, and we finna see these finished results now. YouTube, it's your boy SliceGod LilNoah. I ain't gonna say too much. Y'all know how we do it. If you like this video, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. New to the channel, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about the cut. I appreciate y'all. I'm gone. Slap.